Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this Spilled Milk podcast. Hope everyone's doing good, and we appreciate you for listening.
All right, you guys, I have a question for you today. I was wondering, what are your phobias?
Like a arachnophobia.
Are you
Is that
scared
the
of spiders?
spiders?
Hell no.
Oh,
No, I'm not scared
I
of
am
spiders.
a little bit.
Really? Like
A
the
little
big,
bit.
big spiders or small spiders?
Like big spiders.
What's big?
Like bigger than a quarter.
Okay.
That's a big spider.
Yeah.
Like Australian spiders, the ones that are like
Fuck those.
Have you seen those videos of people with the giant spiders on their ceilings or walls, and they catch them with like a bowl?
Yeah, like a literal
Yeah.
Those are
mixing bowl.
scary.
That's scary.
Did you guys see the video of the people who had snakes fall out of their ceiling?
Oh, yeah.
They were just living, and they saw a small snake, and then they like touched their ceiling, and it like concaved a little bit, and like these
Oh my
I'm
ginormous
God.
definitely
snakes
afraid of snakes.
fell out.
Really?
For sure.
Yeah, and
I
like
could never have a pet snake.
I could. I just don't want to feed it live animals. That would make me sad.
I would be like afraid of it wrapping my neck and killing me.
I saw this guy on TikTok who has a mantis shrimp.
I've seen
Ooh.
those.
Yeah,
Those
and-
are cool.
yeah, bro. And these videos, he's like, okay, they're told that they don't really work well with others, so he'll introduce like a fish or crab, and the thing will like punch it,
Yeah, yeah.
and you can like hear like
yeah, like through the water,
yeah,
through the tank.
yeah, and that's how it gets food.
I only know of the mantis shrimp because of Animal Crossing.
Nice.
I think I learned a lot about bugs and fish from Animal Crossing.
Like what? Like what bugs and fish though?
Well, like I saw a video of I think it was a type of praying mantis. I actually forgot the name, but I like saw a video of it on Twitter, and I knew exactly what it was because of Animal Crossing, because I caught one on Animal Crossing.
So
Have you guys-
Animal Crossing is teaching you stuff.
Yeah. It's educational.
Have you guys seen those like the people who make a terrarium and they like post videos about it? It's like a year worth. They like put a bunch of plants in like a giant vase.
And like
And then-
frogs.
Yeah, well they introduce it with like mosquitoes, and then they just like the frogs grow by themselves. It's really fucking
What?
cool.
What?
Yeah. It's like they're making an environment in this vase.
I mean,
That sounds cool.
like they just come out of thin air.
Yeah, pretty much. That
Like-
I mean that's what it looks like.
I mean, they have to introduce something.
I'm sure-
like
I'm-
a frog doesn't just grow.
Well, right. But like they put like bugs and like snails in there, and then like
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's really cool. I'm sure some of them fake it and put like actual.
Probably.
Yeah.
Some of them probably are like, wow, look at this. This grew out of the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, shut up. No, it didn't.
Yeah.
But it takes like a year to make those videos. They're really cool.
Yeah.
It seems like it would take longer, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I
It's-
mean, yeah.
I mean, if it's how you say it is, that's like a whole evolution process.
Imagine you have one of those and it breaks open. Like you introduce mosquitoes and frogs. And
Oh shit.
like someone breaks into your house and they get your terrarium over, but that's your like defense mechanism for your house. Is your, your terrarium? You have poison dart frogs all over your house.
I think the mosquitoes sound worse, honestly. I think, I don't know if it's you or Puurich, but I feel like one of you said this also, but I just get the worst mosquito attacks. Like every time when it's
I
summer,
do.
if I go outside, I could be outside for 30 minutes and I'll come inside with like 15 bites.
I do.
When me and my sister would go to my grandparents' house, the mosquitoes are so bad in Montana. You get the stick stuff, and when you get a mosquito bite, you like rub it or press it or something like that on there. And we went through so many of those sticks. They're all like the Tide pen size, but you like constantly put them on mosquito bites. So if you get 5, me and my sister would go through so many of those because we got so many mosquito bites.
Is that like the liquidy stuff?
Yeah.
I tried that one time and it burned my skin.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I got these weird, it just like dissolved a layer of my skin or something, and I have scars from it still.
Dang.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Have you guys ever gotten stung by a bee?
I have not.
No?
I got stung by a wasp once, and it was like right by my eye.
Oh.
Have you? Are you allergic?
No. I'm not allergic. I got stung one time. I remember I was in like 4th or 5th grade probably, and we had a monkey bar set, and I was climbing up the monkey bars, and I saw this bee on there, and I was like, well, this dumbass is gonna move. And so I like reached up for the next one and like got to the top of the monkey bar playset and put my hand down, and the thing wasn't moving, and I squished it, and then I like felt a pinch, and so there was a little like swell in the middle of my hand. I think that's the only time I've like actually been stung physically by a bee.
Is it bees and wasps where the stinger comes out after they sting you? Or is it just one of
I
them?
know. I think it's certain bees.
Yeah.
Because it's like they sting you, and
Yeah.
the reason they die is because it like their stingers attached to their guts, and then like
Oh
all
my
their
God.
guts just get like
Yeah.
yeah.
They get pulled
I
out.
didn't realize
Like-
that was. I knew that they died after, but I didn't realize that was why. That's really.
Back to big pests. Have you seen the giant wasps that they use like a small plastic cup for, and they trap one, and it's like a tenth of the size of the glass.
Are
And,
those like
they're
those are
big.
like deadly, right?
Yeah, like the ones that have a lot of venom.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
there's a lot of videos on that I see. My TikTok's full of a bunch of pest stuff, and then I'll see a funny video, and then it'll go right back to pests and like all these random aquariums. But these wasps are huge, like probably the size of a quarter, if not bigger.
That's crazy.
Plus, they're venomous,
I hate that.
like in Hunger Games.
I also don't like bugs that jump because I've had a lot of experiences of grasshoppers or crickets jumping into my hair. And then, you know how bugs are. They have this skinny little legs that are like hairs.
Yeah,
And they just get stuck. And it's so gross.
I think I'm not afraid of spiders. I'm afraid of jumping spiders, and the only reason I'm scared of a jumping spider is scared of a spider is if I go to try to kill it, and if it jumps at me, hell no.
Oh, yeah.
Burn the
Any
house
bug
down.
that jumps at you,
Restart.
hell
Burn the
no.
house down. Call it good. Rebuild it.
Do
Go
you
from
have
there.
any actual phobias for any insects, though?
Not for insects. I'm scared of clowns. I've never been a clown
Really?
person.
Do you
Yeah.
think it's like a real phobia, or you just are really unsettled by them? Because I also don't like clowns,
When-
but I don't consider them a phobia.
when I was a kid, it was a phobia. Now it's like it's obviously just some random dude with makeup on.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
but there's a lot of like good clowns. Like the Shriners clowns are the people that go to like St. Jude. It's very outdated, but
Mhm.
I mean they ride around in their little cars and squirt water at you and ha 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 ha. But
I don't know. I've never seen a clown that I thought was cute. They are all kind of creepy to me. But I think my one true phobia is moths. And I'm scared of a lot of shit,
Oh yeah.
but I'm so terrified of moths.
what is a moth gonna do to you?
I know it will literally do nothing to me, but for some reason, if it gets near me, I want to light myself on fire. They're so, and I don't know, the whole fear attracts things kind of thing that people say about stuff. I really feel like that applies to me because I'm so scared of moths, and whenever they're in my house, I'm the only one that they come near, and they always are in my room.
Maybe they have an energy and they sense that you're scared of
Yeah,
them.
Yeah.
probably. But they terrify me. I don't know. They're just so gross, and they're like dusty, and they're hairy, and they fly like they're broken, and they're ugh. And then when we were at Outdoor Lab in the mountains and stuff, and we'd see those giant ones,
Yeah.
they like when they fly around, they sound like a freaking bat. They're so
I
loud.
think those are kind of cool.
Are you guys scared? Are
No.
you scared of bats?
No,
I think bats are cool too.
I like
do too.
bats.
Yeah.
They're cute.
I think some are cute. Some are kind of ugly though, low key. Well, high key.
They're just,
Some
they're
of
just
them
like
are
like
ugly.
a rare animal that you don't see very often. Or I guess here we don't.
Yeah, you
So,
only
like, when
really
you do
see
it,
them
it's pretty cool.
maybe at night.
Yeah.
I remember when we were on our trip to Arizona, we saw them
Oh, yeah,
fly
yeah.
above us. We'd be like chilling out at the pool, and
That was
if you
sick.
looked just perfectly on the skyline, you see something flying, and you're like, that doesn't look like a bird.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, because it's not. That's a bat.
I've only seen bats flying around, not at a zoo, once, and I thought it was so cool.
They have bats at the zoo?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't
They have
know.
a whole like a mini exhibit, and there's like thousands of them. They're
Oh,
just the
dang.
small little bats, but yeah,
Yeah, it's kind
Mm.
of like an indoor exhibit.
it's the reptile exhibit is where
Oh,
they
okay.
are. I went to Zoo Lights in December, and we walked in because that's like the warm break because you're outside
Mm.
and it's freezing,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you get to go inside and it's all humid
Yeah.
and warm, and they're in there.
Hmm. Do you have any phobias, Puurich?
I am afraid of heights.
Oh yeah, I am.
I think it's a
too.
phobia. I don't
It-
think you're afraid of heights. I
You
think
think so?
I think it's a phobia.
Well, I mean, I'll like ride a roller coaster like just fine. Like it's like thrilling to ride a roller coaster, but like I don't know. I don't like looking over a cliff
Yeah.
and like it's just like
Mhm.
like my own thoughts get in my head where it's like, "Oh, what if I slipped and fell off and died?" And that's why.
What
I'm
about
afraid
if
of
you're
heights.
in an airplane or something and you look out the window?
I'm fine in an airplane.
Okay.
I
Sometimes-
think that's cool.
I also think airplanes are cool.
Yeah. Sometimes that gives me anxiety. I don't know. I don't think I have a true phobia of heights, but it does make me uneasy. And sometimes especially if you're exposed, Like have you
Yeah.
ever done a ropes course or something like that?
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
different than if I don't really think about heights when I'm on a roller coaster. I think that's why on
Yeah.
roller because you're not focused on how high you are.
Right,
Your
and you're
body's
like
being
locked
whipped
in
around.
to like
Usually.
Yeah, usually.
But sometimes, like out on a ropes course, if I'm completely exposed and I look down, it makes me feel lightheaded, low key.
Yeah.
I think the thought of just like looking down, what it gives me is the thought of like you don't have any control over it.
Right.
Like, yeah, you're riding a
Yeah.
roller coaster.
Yeah.
If something just and pops, you could fall.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of cool. That's why I want to go skydiving is because it's like if the parachute fails, whoopsie.
I also
know,
want to go skydiving.
That's like my only fear with skydiving is the
Really?
parachute failing. Yeah. Like I would be totally down if there wasn't a possibility of the parachute not pulling.
I heard this rumor that a lot of people that like do it for their job, whether like if they work for Red Bull or something, is it's very, very, very hard to get insured.
Oh.
Because the liability's so high, and like a lot of life insurance people make you pay a lot of money.
See, that just makes me want to skydive less now
Why?
because I am not able to get insured and there's a liability
I bet you
thing.
there was hundreds of people that went skydiving today,
Yeah.
and they're still alive.
I'm sure.
I mean, maybe if we look on the news, otherwise, but
Yeah. But still there's a possibility
My biggest
that I
fear,
could just jump out of a plane and not ever pull a parachute.
for some reason, that is the last thing about skydiving that scared me. I was always scared of. I told you guys I was always scared of the stomach drop feeling. I hate that feeling.
I love it.
Just the thought of it gives me anxiety.
Really?
Yeah, I hate that feeling so much. But I told you guys this too, but I did all this research into skydiving and found out that you actually don't get the stomach drop feeling when you go skydiving. So that makes me want to go now.
You eventually will go terminal velocity too, the fastest that you can go.
Yeah.
It's
Really?
like 170 something miles an hour. Yeah.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
all wind. Like the only reason is
Right.
wind resistance.
Mhm.
Otherwise, we would just keep accelerating.
Damn.
Thank you, physics. Thank you for teaching me that.
170 is crazy.
Yeah.
That's fast.
Yeah.
But I think like you attain most of that speed when you're in the plane, but when you jump, you reach your like fastest speed
Yeah.
pretty quickly, like
Oh,
within
yeah.
5 to 10
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is why I don't get the stomach drop feeling. So if anyone else was deterred for that reason, you should look into it because it sounds
But if
like
you were
it doesn't
deterred
happen.
for the parachute not,
If any of our listeners have actually been skydiving, please leave a comment, and I'm going to get in contact with you because I want to know everywhere that's good, everywhere that's bad.
Colorado's bad
Why?
because we're in high elevation. Because the
But-
planes, they go up to probably 15,000
I
at the
think it's- yeah.
most.
Yeah, so can't you
So
not
if we're
jump?
up already
Oh.
5,000 feet, then you're dropping for
Yeah.
10,000.
So you got to go on the beach.
Yeah.
Also, if you watch videos of people skydiving, it looks so much prettier when you go over an
Mm.
ocean or coastal
What,
area.
what about base jumping? Base jumping?
Hell no.
No?
With the squirrel
Fuck
suits?
no.
Yes and no. I mean,
Just like the low jumps.
yeah, like base jumping is basically skydiving without the sky. Like you'll go to the top of a building and you'll like just jump off. But a lot of people that
okay.
do that like repack their parachutes. Like
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of people at like Moab
Mm-hmm.
and they'll go and they'll base jump from rock to rock on a rock platform with like canyons and everything below them, repack their parachute and jump again.
That's even scarier.
Yeah, fuck that. I would never do
Yeah.
that.
I think that'd be fun. Like you have to be a daredevil to do that. though.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what else I'm really scared of? I'm really scared of the ocean.
I think everybody is
Yeah,
just a little bit.
It really scares me though.
Like, I will go swim in the beach, but, like, if I'm taking a boat 30 minutes out into the, like, I don't know how many feet that is, thousands of feet down, where you can't see anything, that's scary.
Going like deep sea fishing.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're on the boat 30 minutes and then
Yeah.
like shark. What if it's for like going into like a shark cage?
I'd do that.
I would do that.
Really?
I
Sharks
would
are
do that.
cool.
I feel like that would scare the shit out of
Really?
me. Yeah, you're in a submerged cage in submerged water with an oxygen tank that
Yeah.
could blow up at any point, and there's great white sharks around you that potentially could bite the cage. I don't care how sturdy the metal is. That's scary.
That's the
I
same
don't-
thing with the parachute.
It just seems more controlled to me.
No.
though,
I don't care how many
still.
people live today. I could be the one that dies.
Statistics, Puurich.
Yeah.
Statistics.
I don't know, but like when I am on a beach, I don't think I ever want to go past with the water being past my waist.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
I
That's
don't
pretty
like it,
bad.
but for some reason I'd go in a Shark Tank. I think, like I said, I think it feels, even though there's still risks, it just feels so much more controlled. Because I feel like I could
with,
go into
with
the
like the
ocean
scuba tanks
and get
the
like
oxygen
swept
stuff.
away. And then
Yeah.
I'm fucked because I'm not
Do you
a
know how to
very
swim?
strong swimmer. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just like,
Do
I
you
get-
know how to swim?
but I get
people
tired
don't.
so quick, especially if the water's cold. My body just, my muscles like
Mhm.
tense up and
Yeah.
I can't move.
Yeah.
That
I-
happened when we went cliff jumping at
Mm-hmm.
That happened to me
Glacier,
too.
St. Mary's Glacier.
Yeah, that water was.
That was
Yeah, I
water
thought I
was
was gonna
cold.
drown.
It was kind of like invigorating though. Like a part of you is scared that you're gonna
I
drown.
waited
but,
like an hour before I even like went swimming into that
Yeah,
water.
I know, and I did a backflip before any
Yeah,
of
I
you guys
know.
even jumped in.
I know. Well, because we had to do a long hike to get over there if you wanted
Mhm.
to avoid the water.
Mhm.
And on the way back, we all just decided, like, fuck it. Like, let's just swim back. It's so much faster. But then I thought I was going to drown because it was so cold.
Yeah,
Yeah, that water was freezing.
sounds like you're a
I'm-
little bit of a scaredy cat to me.
It's called St. Mary's Glacier. Who swims in a place that has
A lot of
glacier?
people were.
And there's fish in the water too.
Yeah.
I remember I went on a hike with my current girlfriend, and we went to the Maroon Bells in Aspen. And I mean, I've never been a person that's like, oh, this water's bad. I mean, if you visibly can see that there's mud in it, no, I won't drink from it. But I filled up my water bottle, and she was like, no, what? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not a good idea. And I was like, well, I'm like, it's water. It's clear. It's running water.
Yeah.
And she was like, no. It could be like super, super disease filled, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. But what a lot of people I feel like don't know is when you go higher in elevation, the cleaner the water
Mhm.
is, because it's all
Really?
stored up in a glacier,
Mhm.
and there's no animals peeing into it. There's no dirt. There's no bacteria. There's not even trees.
Yeah.
You know, so like when I filled up my water bottle, it was probably some of the greatest water I think I've ever had, because it's so
Yeah.
like not disease filled.
Because the further down you go, the more chances there
Yep.
are of like animals
rivers?
peeing in it and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like Clear Creek probably has pretty good water, but it's so low,
Yeah.
and that's why a lot of people like it. But when you go that high in elevation, that's probably the freshest water that you're ever gonna get, because
Yeah.
it's purified by the water cycle.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I could ever. So there's like no fish or anything in there?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all so it'll like rain, or more likely snow when you're that high elevation, and then it's all snow, and then it'll melt either into the ground or it'll store up into a glacier,
Okay.
and then it'll just harden, and then it's ice, and then there's nothing getting in there.
Okay.
a-
Yeah, I think I would try drinking that. Nothing with fish in it though. After having an aquarium, like that shit gets gross.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like lakes, like a lot of the reservoirs around us, like
Yeah.
Aurora Reservoir,
Those are
Boulder,
gross.
like they're like green and brown and purple. Like
Nasty.
I don't want to just glug glug glug.
Yeah, I don't care how thirsty I am. That does not look like appealing at all.
Definitely not.
No. Have you guys heard of leopard seals?
Yeah.
Leopard seals are the cutest. Like when they're young, when they're pups, they're the cutest things. But when they grow up to a certain age, they're arguably one of the most dangerous things to
Oh,
be
I
around.
have heard that
Yeah,
actually.
and they're like super
Mhm.
soft, and these people will be like, I was the first person to ever touch a leopard seal.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're dead.
Yeah.
You barely lived to tell the story. I saw a TikTok about this guy, and it had the like dumb ways to die. And this guy literally went up to a pack of leopard seals, and after that they talked about how the mom leopard seals are one of the most like aggressive mother species, like over bears and stuff like that, just because they're just mean and aggressive, and they literally have like razor blade teeth.
Dang.
Yeah, they'll kill the hell out of you.
Will they eat you afterwards or what?
I don't know. I mean, they're mammals, so they
Right.
might be carnivorous. I'm
Mhm.
assuming they're carnivorous because
Yeah.
they only eat fish.
Right.
But I think they'll just attack you. I mean, a bear probably would eat you, but
Yeah.
I don't know how tasty we would be to them.
True.
I mean, sharks eat us.
I feel like there's actually a lot of animals like what you just described with the leopard seal where they're so cute and you
Yeah.
just want to hug
Yeah.
them, but in reality they're super vicious and they'll attack the shit out of you. There's this guy I follow on TikTok, and all he does, he's like an animal expert, it seems like, but he just makes videos about animals and will tell all these terrifying stories about animals that you think are just awesome and cute and fun, and they're like penguins. Yeah, no, they're like super aggressive, and they'll just like kill their mates and then like let their dead bodies just like stick around, and they'll just like mess with them.
The more you see like these
Damn.
thousands of penguins, and there's like 10 off to the
Yeah.
side
And they
that are
get like
just dead.
fully preserved because they live in like negative degree
Mhm.
temperature.
Mhm.
Ooh,
It's like a freezer.
yeah.
It's like a freezer.
Also, like whales. I don't remember which whale, but I also learned about this. Like, there's whales the ones who hit seals with their tails and throw them, like launch them into
Orcas.
the air.
Oh yeah.
Killer
Yeah,
whales.
and I think
like
from what
playing
I've
with their
heard,
food,
they don't
literally.
even have to do that. Like,
Yeah,
there's
they're, like,
no
literally
meaning
doing
behind.
it.
They're just doing
Yeah.
it to be dicks.
That'd be so funny to see that. Imagine you're like taking a deep sea thing, like a deep sea fishing adventure, and you just see whoo, and then boom.
What if you were on a boat or something and
There's
a
a
whale
seal.
slapped it and then it came and hit your boat?
It lands on your boat, and you just have this dead
And then
seal
the
on
whale
your boat.
charges at you. Oh my gosh, that'd be so scary.
Killer whales. Have you seen the like currents that they make because they swim in like packs?
Yeah.
They'll make these huge currents to like scare seals, and then they'll dip under, and then they'll do that. But if they're like laying on ice or something, they'll literally come from above and like break the ice to get them into the water.
Yeah,
That sounds.
because they like the seals like lay on the ice, so they break the ice
Oh
from
my
underneath.
god, that's so awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Also, I think I'm now scared of jaguars as well. I never really thought much about them, but I did not realize that they're just like a triple threat. Like, they can swim, they can climb,
yeah.
they can like run super fast.
that's like all cats though, right? All big cats.
But like, I don't know. I think I've seen some videos of jaguars and something. If you look up pictures of a jaguar swimming underwater, like trying to attack something, they're scary. It is horrifying.
Like hippos. Did you know
Yeah.
hippos don't swim?
Yeah,
Wait, they don't.
they
No.
just run so fast
Yes.
that they like.
They're so fat they literally float. Not
Oh.
float. They sink to the bottom of wherever the floor is and run
Yeah.
across the bottom of
Yeah.
the river or lake or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like they don't swim.
I also saw a video of that. So a bunch of people were on this little boat, and a hippo was chasing them in the water.
Oh,
It's so
shit.
scary.
Yeah. And then there's like the videos of you put a watermelon in a hippo's mouth and it just like crunches down like it's a cracker and it just
Yeah.
breaks.
Elephants do that too.
Mhm.
It's crazy how strong their mouths are.
Yeah. And their tusks.
Yeah,
I want to try what it would be like to have a tusk.
one of their like tusks or,
Or
their
the
Or
trunk.
trunk.
Yeah,
Trunk.
yeah, yeah,
Sorry. Not tusk. Like a trunk.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'd be able to smell then if I had a trunk.
Do you think they smell through their trunk? It's
I
cool how
think
they can
so.
Can they
like
even smell?
probably, right?
Fucking lucky.
I don't know. I watched this video recently too of an elephant drinking out of a bucket, and just the amount of water
Yeah,
that they
it's
pick
so
up.
cool.
And then you like could hear it after it dumped it in its mouth. You could just it sounds like a toilet flushing.
Yeah.
Like, it's so loud.
That's kind of crazy that they drink through their nose.
Well, they suck up the water with their nose and then they like shoot it into their
back
mouth.
out.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they just straight up
No.
drank.
No.
No,
What?
Yeah.
no.
Oh, that's even
It's
weirder.
like a vacuum.
It's really cool.
Is it though?
Yeah,
I think elephants are so intelligent too.
they are. I think the elephant is like my favorite animal. Either that or the otter.
The
O-
otter.
otters
Have you seen the
are so
videos of they stick their hands out of the little air holes and you like pet
Yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
hands?
Oh, what?
Yeah. Some otters like really like to be touched and like shown affection.
Mhm.
'Cause
Where
they're-
can you go do that? Where? Tell
Oh,
me now.
Zoos or aquariums. I don't know. I've only seen like funny clips, but they have like the little air holes and they'll stick
Yeah.
their hands out and you like pet their hands and and they like close their eyes
It's so
because
cute.
they love it
that's
so
so
much,
so
like they're being
cute.
pet.
Also, if you've ever seen like the underside of a stingray, they're so cute. They just look like they're smiling
yeah.
at
They
you.
have, like, a little smiley face.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys pet the stingrays at the Denver Zoo?
At the aquarium, yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
yeah.
The Denver Aquarium, and they're like 2 fingers only,
Yeah.
and then you touch
Yeah.
them, and then they're all slimy
Yeah.
and gooby and blech.
They are gross feeling.
Yeah.
I think they're cool. They're so
I don't
cool.
like them.
Is that your favorite animal?
No. I like pandas.
Oh, that's right.
Have you heard about like mom pandas?
no.
How like if they're like you have to take the baby pandas away after they give birth because they're like so stupid that they just like sit on the baby and like suffocate it. It's like those. Like no hate to pandas, but they should be extinct. Those are like
yeah, because
way.
they are pretty
they're
dumb.
They're
dumb.
stupid.
And they just like roll around and fall all the time.
Yeah. They
They're
sit there
chaotic
and eat bamboo all day.
animals. But I resonate with that.
Yeah.
Sitting around and just rolling around
Yeah.
every day.
Just fucking up all the time.
I saw this thing, and it was joking about like the life of a dog, and it was like, imagine if we were just naked, like we woke up, we ate food, got pet, and went to bed, but we're naked doing that. Yeah, that's the life of a dog. And my first thought was, that's a pretty great life to have, if you ask me. You wake up, take 6 naps throughout the day, and then at nighttime you just go to bed.
Yeah, and you just get treats for sitting.
And then you get to go outside and play all the time.
Yeah.
And you get to meet all your other dog friends.
Yeah.
Maybe fight them.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pay rent.
You don't have to pay for food. You don't have to make
go to
money.
work.
Yeah.
Like you're there literally just
school.
for enjoyment. Just for fun.
I would love that.
Me too.
That's a great life. My dog Bliss, she makes this like croaking noise either when she's like mad or she's decompressing. So like it's like, no, Bliss, go lay down. We're not gonna pet you right now. And then she'll go spiral up into her little ball and just like and we're like what is that when we first heard it, but then we eventually realized like that's her like decompressing. It's like, yeah, because you had such a hard day.
Yeah.
2 hours ago you took an hour and 45-minute nap and you woke up 15 minutes ago for dinner. You don't need to decompress after your hard day of work.
Austin, this is super off topic, but I feel like you have the best sound effects. I was
Me?
thinking, yeah, you did a sound effect of the whipped cream sound, and it's so accurate. It sounds exactly like it.
You should get into beatboxing.
Yeah,
I'm actually pretty good at beatboxing.
Really?
No, we have that MIDI keyboard that we were going to try to work with, but we could use Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Austin
mean,
just makes all of our sound effects.
I always talk to my sister and I'm like, can you make an explosion? And she goes, phew. And I'm like, no, you have to like, I don't know how to explain it. I just do it, you know? I try to get her to beatbox and she goes, boots and cats, boots and cats.
I can't beatbox for shit.
I
That would be a
can't do.
cool skill to have, though.
Give me a sound or something and I'll try to mimic it.
A zipper.
Zip.
Can you do like a tea kettle?
Oh, that's pretty
That
good.
was good.
That's good.
That caught me off guard. That was really good.
What about like a door creak?
Oh.
No, hold on. I have to get like really high.
Yeah.
Can you do animal noises?
No, I can't do a door creak.
Okay.
I don't know. I'd have to listen to it a lot.
Can you do animal noises?
What
What was that?
Like what? Meow. I can
No,
roof, 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 roof.
Well, when you were trying to do the door creak, you sounded like a frog.
I can
That
make
sounds
that
like a
weird frog
cow.
noise where it's like, yeah, I can croak like a toad or a frog.
Sounds like you just swallowed something really large.
That's what everyone says whenever I do that.
Wait, do it again.
That one sounded more like a swallow.
That one did?
Yeah.
That was
Okay, I'll try one
loud.
more and I'll try to really
You're gonna hurt
croak it
yourself.
out.
Why is that so funny?
I used to do that during like standardized tests. I used to make that noise. And I can like let it build up and then I'll have like a really loud burp.
Wait, was that a fake burp? That sounded like a... Okay, that was real.
Sorry, that's a little gross, but yeah, I can burp on command.
Can you burp the alphabet?
I can, but it's gonna take me a while because it's weird. Whenever I make that noise, I have to like reset, and I don't know how to explain it. Like my body needs like a half a second to like reset.
Sometimes I can just in out.
Really?
It's like rare occasions.
Can you whistle in and out like?
Yes, I can, and I can also whistle like notes.
I cannot
that
do that. I just recently actually learned how to whistle, and I can only do one note.
Really?
Yeah. And even trying to just get that one note out, it still takes me a sec.
Yeah. See, that's the start of making like an atomic bomb. Is you whistle just.
Did you know that men are like statistically better at like whistling notes than women? It's like the way our mouth is shaped.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
learned
it
that
makes
in, like, middle
sense.
school. Yeah.
I know a lot of like Kendall, I know Kendall isn't very good at noise stuff. My sister isn't. My girlfriend isn't. Like they just can't really like make a bunch of noises.
Also, like impressions. I feel like every person I've met who can do a lot of different voices are usually guys I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially like, and I feel like I've met so many people who can do a lot of impressions of the famous animated characters you see, like Family Guy characters or Simpsons or something like that.
Do you know anyone that can like Donald Duck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My uncles can do, like all of my uncles can do that. Yeah.
Can you perch?
No.
No, neither can I. I've tried so many times and I just can't get it right.
I've met people who can do that though.
Yeah.
It's so cool. They like talk, like they speak words in the Donald Duck voice.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
The past like 10 minutes have just been just like weird, just like
weird sounds.
Yeah.
We're ASMR now, but for sounds.
I don't know about that. I'm not that good at ASMR. Like tapping the mic, just.
I don't like those. I don't like any of them.
Purge has good crunches though, and he doesn't even need a microphone for it. the chip crunch, he's so good at it. It's so clean and crisp.
Do you need like the right size chip?
Yes.
Like it needs to
Not
look a
too
certain
big.
way.
But it's the folded ones crunch really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that are folded in half.
What's your favorite crunch from a chip?
What do you mean?
From Chipotle, from Qdoba, or like Lay's, Boulder Chip Company?
I think tortilla chips in general have the best crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Doritos.
Do they have to be like thick? They can't be like
I
thin
think
chips?
the thicker ones get a better crunch.
Yeah.
The thicker ones. What, in your opinion, is the most peaceful sound to listen to?
Oh,
waves on a beach.
Oh,
nothing
That's so
is
basic.
better. I know, but there's nothing better than like laying down on a beach and just hearing.
Yeah.
Or like wind, like a nice calm breeze. Just.
I was thinking like water running down a stream.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
I was thinking if we're going like more common sounds, I'd say rain.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Like rain on an old tin roof.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, rain does sound really nice. Do you like a heavy rain? A heavy rain?
I love rain.
Okay, we know you love rain.
I love rain.
I was gonna ask what's your favorite scent, but Austin can't answer that.
Austin's like the penny.
What's your favorite taste then? If we can't do scent.
Are we talking like general taste, like sweet, sour, salty?
Yeah. What's your favorite like sweetness? For me, like I'll give you an example. My favorite sweet is I know we've talked about this a lot, but like cinnamon roll icing. There's something different about the sweetness of that than like a cake, just like normal like cake sweetness. Fruit sweetness is also really good because you can like taste it. It's like natural.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm not personally a big sweets person in general. I prefer salty or savory. But I think the fruit sweetness is just nice because it's subtle and it's refreshing.
I don't like it when like fruits are too sweet. Like there's apples that are way too sweet that I don't like eating.
And then there's apples that are like dry.
Yeah.
You bite it like the red delicious or whatever, and they're like the dark red apples
like
and
the
they
chalky.
they're like dry.
How did they get that name? Because I have never met anybody who likes that kind of apple.
They're not delicious. They're red.
What about Granny Smith apples? A lot of people don't like those either.
I love Granny Smith apples.
I can't eat them like raw. I will eat them in like an apple pie.
Oh, I think they're so good.
I don't like pie.
Raw. Pumpkin pie?
I don't like pumpkins.
I think if I were to pick the best pie, I would probably say pumpkin, but I still don't really like.
That's fair.
Also, I was going to ask, since we were talking about apples, are apples that are completely yellow, is that a specific type of apple, or do they just happen to be yellow?
I think they're a specific type. I don't remember the name.
I think some are yellow, just perma. But I feel like there's some apples that like in the growing stage are yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Or like a weird color as they're growing, and then it hits another color, and then they're ripe. Like a tomato's green, but it's ripe once it's like a deep
Same with
red.
like a bell pepper. Like a green bell pepper is just a red bell pepper that isn't developed yet, or like isn't fully.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I don't eat peppers.
I don't like them either.
You don't like bell peppers?
Not really. If I had to choose, I like the red ones the best because they're the sweetest.
What about the onion crunch? Do you like that?
I love onions.
I don't like onions.
Me neither.
Really?
I do like bell peppers though. I like the yellow ones.
I like cooked onions. I like raw onions on like a burger.
I like cooked onions way more because it's a
Yeah.
lot less oniony taste.
Like
I like-
after you eat like raw onions, you get that onion
Mhm.
breath.
Yeah.
I like the fried crispy onions,
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are good too.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like onion rings.
Really?
Oh yeah, I don't either. They're like they're like soggy.
Onion rings are so good.
I like Funyuns.
Yeah,
Onions are not
Funyuns
onion
are-
rings.
Funyuns are good. They have that oniony taste. They also
Yeah,
have
but
another
I feel like
seasoning.
it's onion powder on top of a corn chip.
Yeah.
I don't know what the chips
Yeah,
are made
that's
out
good.
of, but
That's yummy.
yeah, I mean, I think they're good too, but those are not onions.
I really like the salty taste of a steak. Like a nice
Oh, I
seasoned like
love-
crust on the like the first bite and like the fully seasoned
I
side of
love
it.
a
There's
steak.
nothing
A good
better
steak.
than that. That's definitely the best salty taste.
I feel like I'm gonna get yelled at for this, but I actually personally feel like it is very easy for me to think that a steak is over seasoned.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
You put as much as you want on there. You
I
cannot
can't.
over season a steak.
I like very
Especially
lightly
like the
seasoned.
really thick steaks.
Mhm.
You gotta season.
How do you
that
like
whole-
your steak cooked?
medium rare, but I
Well-
like medium
How do you
rare.
like yours cooked?
No. I like I eat rare or medium rare. I'll
Oh, okay.
literally eat like
Me too.
could potentially have just
Me
come
too.
from the farm. I'm good with that.
I
What
get
I'm saying
so
is
much
like
hate for that.
when it, I do too,
Yeah.
bro. But like the reason I ask is like the medium rareness creates a different flavor.
Oh, it does.
Because I was thinking if you like them well done and if you like hockey puck steaks,
Mm.
I get that how it could be over seasoned, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's
yeah.
so much flavor in just like the undercooked raw medium rare style that
Mhm.
like it takes a lot of the seasoning away. So if anything, you want to over season that.
I don't know. I like it lightly seasoned, and then I either use a lot of A1 or like to eat it with
Oh,
mashed
okay.
potato.
Oh yeah, we went out to Chili's and Kendall asked for A1 before she even tried the steak. So all the steak connoisseurs, it's like no, you always try the steak and then ask for
It's
seasoning.
no hate
also-
to the steak. I just love A1. I would drink that shit.
But also, I would never get a steak from Chili's.
Yeah, well, I ate the chili from Chili's and it fucked me up.
Yeah, we know, Kendall. We know you were not feeling good for the rest of the night.
Steak's got to be like top 2 favorite foods for me, though.
Oh, 100%. Like, oh man, just a nice big old like 10-ounce steak.
Yeah.
Nicely seasoned, medium rare, or even rare depending on the thickness.
I think
Ooh.
it's top 2 and it's not 2.
So it's number
Yeah, it's one.
That's definitely a top 3 food, but not 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I was wondering what, in your guys' opinion, is the proper way? Like, what is medium rare to you? Because I feel like I've always gotten medium rare, but lately I feel like it seems super, super rare.
Technically, it's 110 degrees. Anywhere between
Okay,
105 and
let's
110
talk
degrees.
visual.
Wait, is that actually? I thought it was like
Technically,
120.
rare and well are I think it's like within 20 degrees of each other.
Oh, okay.
temperature-wise. For
Dang.
me, so you have an inch thick steak. The outer ring is going to be cooked
Brown,
like the
yeah.
brown,
Yeah.
and then it fades into a red. But
And
like
then it's like the pinkest in the middle.
yes,
Yeah.
but like a rare steak to me is like a crust of brown and then red
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah.
I think it's just, I asked because, and this is not in my head. It's the last like 5 times, 10 times I've had a steak and at a restaurant and I've asked for medium rare and it comes back like purple.
Yeah.
See, now that I would consider raw.
Like a Pittsburgh rare.
Or
Scrape the tire,
they call
throw it
like
on
a-
the grill, scrape the tire tracks off, and
yeah,
just give it to me.
They call it a blue steak, I think.
Yeah,
I
blue
don't
rare,
think
Pittsburgh
yeah.
And I
rare.
hate
Yeah.
that because I hate the texture of it. It's like gummy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I will
Do you-
eat those.
Do you like
I won't.
prime rib?
Yeah.
I love a prime rib.
Yeah, prime rib is meant to be rare.
Mhm.
If you have it anything above, it's not
Right.
the best that you're eating it. But it has that gooiness to it. It's also
Yeah.
a different cut of the meat, but
Prime rib's like low and slow, so it will never. I mean, like you have to throw it in there for 12 hours for it to get like medium well.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've only ever had prime rib in like sandwich form, so it's like
Oh.
not.
Oh
like,
no,
a
I'm
big piece
I'm
of
talking like the
meat.
big old
Yeah,
steak.
I've only
Bigger
ever
hunk.
had it in like sliced up in
Oh.
sandwiches.
When I worked at Old Miner, the restaurant, when I was a server, how they cooked it is they cook the prime rib as one whole thing,
Mhm.
but then they cut off to order, but then they cook it in au jus to whatever you want to. So the whole
Oh.
thing will be, you'll just say medium rare, like you only cook it one way, and then you put it in au jus or some other like marinating sauce almost that's really hot, and it'll cook it because
like
it's
a
so much
liquid
thinner.
almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And that's how they cooked like the big pieces, because then it's like,
Mhm.
I want my prime rib well done.
Right.
People are like,
So you don't have to make a whole prime rib for people who want it medium.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Also, the ends of prime rib, the most seasoned parts, are so good. Do
Yeah,
you guys
but
like
then
eating
the
the
most cooked parts too?
Yeah, but sometimes it's worth it,
Yeah,
because
true.
like a lot of the prime rib
You
seasoning,
gotta have a good mix.
yeah, like
Yeah.
a Montreal steak, rosemary seasoning.
Yeah.
Yummy.
All right, that's it for this week's podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you could leave us a rating and a review, we would really, really appreciate it. And if you want to comment something that you'd like to see from us, that would also be welcome. Stay tuned for next week's episode. Thanks.
Bye.
Peace.